on the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bulls will kick it away first. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The hand to the running back. At midfield, he's got room. Open runway ahead. The 20, 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Memphis.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fox. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. On the run, it stops. Smashes through the tackle. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
He's got it on the right, and he's running in the open. Touchdown, USF. A great catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Right on target this time. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Looking for space. It's Dobbs. It's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. To throw, it's Maddox. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He's right on target. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the tackle. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Let's go! Looking downfield, it's Maddox. Finds the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends have so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, If the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
He's going to run it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. Able to get 1 down to the 15. They need 1 yard on 3rd down to keep this one going. This will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Just plowing ahead. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Complete to the right. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period.
Memphis 14, South Florida 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the run, it's Dobbs. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his possession.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And the Bulls will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quickly complete. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Bulls want to move quickly.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The corners are walked up tight. They'll try to pass their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, it's the 3rd to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
USF.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Set to kick off.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten for the touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. And
he lost it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Fox. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fox. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got it. Running toward the tape. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulls.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
As a defense, you're salivating in this territory. You want to get that safety. You want to put your hands over your head, clasp them together. I got him in the end zone. Nice job by the defense being ready, rushing the quarterback, almost getting the safety.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, look out. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Memphis. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. This has been a spectacular offensive showcase so far, David.
This has been unbelievable. The fireworks has been amazing.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. With jet sweep pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
USF.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Wow. I don't love that throw by the QB. It's not a good idea to lob the football anywhere in the middle of the field because it gives defenders an opportunity to rally to the ball and knock it away.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Bulls will call on their punt team. A low line drive and short kick. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Maddox. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, looking again to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Fox. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Ripping through the defense. Still running at the 40. There he goes to the right. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulls.
Man, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Memphis 35, South 28.
Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Quick completion on the out route. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pass is intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the back. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Back to throw. It's Maddox. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Memphis wants to move quickly. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He finds his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
Play number 10 on this drive in his 3rd and goal. They'll try the toss to the left. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out of this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. ULM looked less like a group of Warhawks and more like a bunch of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough on the road, and today they found a way outside of Malone Stadium. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. The give to the back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Gets away from 1. He's got space. Nothing but green ahead. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Unloads to the right. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now, we got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Trying to get the corner. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
1 running back in the backfield, and he has it. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. He uncorks 1 deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to throw on second down. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
He leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And they make the tackle not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Memphis 42, South Florida 28.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And back to the air on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Pressure coming. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Memphis. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And he doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Offense set on first down. Using his legs, it stops. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Bulls racing to the line in a hurry up.
Get up. Get up. Yep, I think that's what everybody says to their quarterbacks after they take big hits like that. He got the first down, but you don't want to make a living taking those whacks.
He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, solid pickup, a little bit short of the first down.
Second down.
On second down, wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Bulls have this offense rolling.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. A fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
He's going to pass. Coming after it. Throws toward the end zone. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
Motion from the offense. The running back has it. He breaks a tackle.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. They'll try the run. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Fox. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
1st and 10.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Snap in the shotgun. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Brings it down on the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And first down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Unloads it left. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, USF.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to him again, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity.